My name is Christina. I'm 17 and I've used weed, shrooms, and alcohol.
My name's Hector. I'm 16, and the drugs I use are marijuana, cocaine, alcohol.
My name is Christine. I used to smoke weed, pop pills, smoke cigarettes, and drink alcohol.
My name is Shannon, and I'm 15 years old, and I've never had an experience with drugs or alcohol, but my dad has, and he has abused it, and it has affected my life in a major way.
This summer when I was 16, I didn't care about anything, and I thought it was all good because I was smoking and drinking every day. I ran away from home, and then just partied, and my dad didn't know where it was, but I didn't care because I was having my own fun. I thought that was the coolest thing. I was just thought who cares if I get in trouble? It's whatever. Let me just have fun now and deal with this stuff later. It was like a roller coaster.
I ended up in the hospital because of drinking and smoking and popping pills too. But I also felt guilty because I saw my dad for the first time in my whole life actually cry, and I know that's a big thing for him to actually cry in front of me, because guys don't cry, and I just felt guilty, and just seeing them go through it. Yeah.
I put myself through dangerous situations because I'm just oh, I need someplace to go, so I'm gonna just go here, or I'll be fine, don't worry about it, I'll be fine, I'll have somewhere to stay, and then I'll leave in the morning. Could have got hurt, I trusted people and everything, but you never know what can happen. Because I just didn't have time to sit and think, make my decision now.
My dad was an alcoholic when I was younger, and he would get really violent on those nights. And it was scary because he would grab my sister by the collar, she'd try to talk back to him. And, I would just sit there and watch because I couldn't do much. I was 7 years old. And, my mom would try to help out, but that would just make matters worse. And then, it would be my sister first. She would yell at and call names. And then it moved to my mom. And then it moved to my brother. But it never went on to me. And, my brother and sister always complained to me, I don't get why he's not yelling at you. And I never understood that. And I still don't know why he never yelled at me. And it would start at 6 every single night and then just continue on. And he would just drink a whole bottle by himself, and then he would pass out at the table at the end of the night, and then he would just sleep there, and then eventually he'd get up in the middle of the night and go to bed, and then the next morning he would greet us, and he'd get us breakfast, and that would be the end of it, and it was as if nothing had happened. And I think that's what was more upsetting, because it's just you don't realize how bad you hurt our feelings than the previous night, and it just continued every single day. And then when he finally stopped, everything was fine. But, I was talking to him about everything, and he would just deny it. He was I was never an alcoholic. It's yeah, you were, you don't know, maybe you don't remember. But, sometimes I feel he just wants to forget what he did, even if he does know. Even, if he does know he did it, I just think he wants to forget and doesn't want to talk about it. But I think it would help me out if I knew what he was going through at the time when he was doing it all.
My mom started drinking more, became an alcoholic, and when she would get drunk, just stumbling all over the place, going crazy. So I would, put her on her bed and, toss a blanket over here. I took care of her, just like she took care of me. Just sit there, and just, watch over my little brother or something, help her out, We don't really communicate, just we don't talk about how we feel and things like that. I don't like talking about that. when she tries to talk to me about stuff, I just ignore it. Continue doing my own thing and then watch TV, go out, stuff like that. And nothing to talk about.
I can't share my feelings with my dad because he'll automatically judge me, and then he'll just be like, oh, you're wrong and I'm right. And I don't know, sometimes I feel bad like that I do all the things I do. He's like, oh, you're gonna make me die because you're gonna give me a heart attack and everything. So I feel guilty about that, but we can't talk it out because he just doesn't like talking.
I hate doing that with my parents too. Especially with my dad. I'm a little bit cooler with my mom, but with my dad, when he tries to bring up the whole, like, I feel like this or I feel like that, I'm just like, no, me and you are not about to have this conversation. Me and my dad have never been close. Like, well, I was close when I was little, you know, but since, like, I don't know, since, like, there was a point where we didn't talk for 9 months, and it's just, like, it just broke our relationship. Like, we can't do it. Like, he tries to, and I try to. I can see that he wants to, and sometimes I want to, but it doesn't feel right. Even though if I try, I'm just like, all right, Dad, we're gonna have a talk. We sit down. Nobody can start. Like, I can't say what I feel, or he can't say. Or we're like automatically change the subject, or it's just like we just can't do it. It's something that I don't feel comfortable doing with him. I know my dad understands me completely. Like, he used to be an alcoholic when he was younger. He used to do weed. He went to rehab. You know, I'm sure if I told him everything, he will be the person who will understand me most than anyone. You know, I just can't tell him that. His brother used to be like an alcoholic too, and like his cousin died because of weed. He made it loud and clear before I even started using weed. Like, it would kill me if one of my sons ever did drugs, and I know he knows now, but just telling him that I do drugs or talking about me doing drugs. You know, I just think it's something like I can't do it. When he found out, I saw him. That was probably the first time I seen my dad cry, when he found out that I was smoking weed and doing drugs. Like, he just went to this moment where he was just crying. Like, I don't know. Like, I think it's just like, I think that's the things that hurt him most. So I can't talk to him about it.
I just stopped using, and I was tired of hearing people nag and be all up on me, you know, breathing on my neck, and I stopped using. I'm in a better position, you know. So get off probation in 6.5 months, you know, everything's way better. Got a job, doing my own thing, getting money, you know, taking care of myself and my mom. Right now she's in a depression mood, you know, since my brother's not around, and like my stepdad's locked up, so I'm trying to support her, you know, when she needs advice or stuff like that, when she feels all lonely, you know, I took care of her.
My advice for someone who's thinking about using drugs would be to think twice about it, because it can cause more consequences than you would think, and it just causes more problems that you don't want to deal with, and just that it could be avoided if you simply don't use it.
Man, if I could go back, it would change a lot of the choices that I made. I wouldn't use drugs. That would be one major decision that led me down the path that I'm on right now, with all those hard bumps. If I could have the chance, I would.
Your problems are still going to be there no matter what, and you have to face them and not like turn your back and think you can run away from them.
I've never had the personal experience of using drugs or alcohol, but somebody in my family has. And I have goals and dreams in life, and I know the bads of drugs and alcohol, and using and abusing them will affect the way I want to go in life.